pen and paper quickly. And I hope you all are teachers or working in education industry. So I believe that you will have pen and paper, with you now. And I don't want anyone to type and note in mobile and all. I want pen and paper in your hand. Okay, so that was enough time to grab a pen and paper, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Why we talk about teachers' mental well-being? There is this Sanskrit shloka normally whenever we have any event with teachers or for teachers, we'll start with this, right? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. We think that teachers should always be treated like God, but this has side effects too. That is what came into my mind when I started researching on teachers' mental well-being. Because this school celebrity status makes teachers most of the times get a little tongue-tied when it comes to asking for a help or to accept the burnout that they are experiencing in day-to-day life. Just to give you all background why I started speaking about teachers' mental well-being. There are 17 goals initiated in 2015 targeting the most important issues in the world and aiming to reduce or eradicate poverty, hunger, and inequality, as well as environmental degradation, that are called as sustainable development goals. So I was reading about sustainable development goals. So in that one particular goal, we have about mental well-being and quality education. So when I was reading articles about mental well-being, everywhere it's been expected that teachers to have a check on children's mental well-being. Hardly anywhere I found anyone talking about teachers' mental health. Right? Providing quality education is a fundamental step towards sustainable development in order to raise awareness and give everyone opportunity to learn, regardless of obviously gender, origin, and income, all that. Indeed, it can be said that the SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals will not be achieved without proper implementation of education system. And I believe happy teachers can create a great school and great school environment, in all the educational institutions. It's not only primary up till universities to achieve everything. Hence, focusing on teachers' mental well-being needs to be an integral part of the sustainable development goals, either it is from UNO or if you are planning any development goals at the school level, at the society level, community level. Teachers' mental health is really, really important aspect to look at. So before we discuss this further, a small task for you all. I know it might be slightly difficult, but note down 3 students' names who are your most favorite. Write the reason. But one restriction, not only on the basis of academic performance. So many of you may say all children are your favorite, but still I'm giving you a tough job to choose now. So I'll give 1 minute time. Once you're done writing 3 names with the reason why they are your favorite students, just put a message on chat box or confirm me that you are done with it. Write 3 names with reasons, not only on the basis of academic performance.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So quick. Just think about those 3 students and reasons.
Run.
Okay, this is sufficient time, I think. So now, as you all have had a glance of your three favorite students, I think this can resonate with you. Please watch calmly without blinking, guys. It's every second of this music is really wonderful. Isn't it? After, students going out, most of the teachers, they miss them. And most of the students, after learning lessons from life and reaching the places where they wanted to reach, they appreciate their teachers. So when they are with them, normally, many students do that. They ignore them, or they think teacher is irritating by repeating same things again and again. But they definitely appreciate them and realize one day, once they reach their goals, which they set for their life, definitely they realize this value of teachers. Sometimes when the child does not look like right, so we repress it, or we judge it, but there is always an angel coming down from heaven and picking someone up on earth to guide and inspire the child. The person chosen by this angel is called teacher. So this normally I repeat in all my sessions that I take for students. Teachers change people for the better, right? But in this process of preparing the world to face challenges and achieve things, many teachers burn out, and that's harsh reality. You teachers may accept this for your passion, but we cannot let this continue. You spend more time with our children, more than we do. Managing one or two kids at home is a difficult task. You look after hundreds of children. You work 24/7, preparing schedule, preparing for classes, preparing for culturals, even during holidays, evaluation, results, and again planning next academic year, whatnot. So if somebody says teaching is an easy job, no. Imagine handling different, thousands, hundreds, different minds, hundreds and thousands different emotions, right? Do you love the job? All these things are definitely stressful. So now, before I go ahead again, what type of teacher you are? So this, just like the video I played before, there's one more video that my student sent me. One of my students sent me during, I think, for Teachers' Day. So I just want you all to watch it.
Quiet, everyone! Is this a classroom or a fish market?
Good morning, madam.
Sit down, everyone. Pin drop silence and open your notebooks. You know, yesterday, Pinky and Pankaj, they were talking in the recess. Sudhanshu saw it with his own eyes.
Talking, in my class, talking.
यदि आप लोग कक्षा में ध्यान नहीं दोगे तो परीक्षा में अंडे ही उबालोगे।
Excuse me, ma'am.
ये हिंदी की कक्षा है। यहाँ अंग्रेजी में जो बात करेगा वो कल 2 पृष्ठ से लेख लिख के लाएगा।
So, guys, today we are going to learn about the great Roman figure, Julius Caesar, and it's a story of betrayal by a friend.
Yes, I think you must have looked at different type of teachers here, and first one though definitely I have come across many teachers with the same dialogue as is a classroom or fish market. But keeping types of teachers aside, I wanted to show in this video that what type of students teachers have to handle, right? So our focus, when I spoke about type of teacher, our focus was only on teachers, like, what type of teachers this video is representing. Similarly, when, UNO talks about children's mental health, all the education institutions, NGOs and many other, people who are probably working on many things to see better education system have started focusing only on children's mental health, right? So hardly anyone have spoken about teachers' mental health, and I'm glad that today we are talking about this, and I'm sure this is just an initiative or just a start. We will have many people start talking about this and taking proper measures to probably work on things where they can accommodate teachers to have a happy life or happy environment in campus. So yeah,
Is this a classroom or a fish market?
This is not gonna. Just a second. Okay. So now, when we talk about teachers' mental health, so our focus is obviously on, teachers' burnout, because that is the major reason where we see teachers facing mental health issues. So teachers burn out. Psychology today describes As you know, I'm sharing here definition of it. A state of chronic stress that leads to physical and emotional exhaustion, cynicism, detachment, and feelings of ineffectiveness and lack of accomplishment. So burnout is a common scenario or phenomena if you look at every industry. But now in education industry, I always believed this should not be entering, right? One of my friend, Didable, she's retired school teacher. When we were having recent conversation, she mentioned this: if teachers suffer, students suffer. If students suffer, education suffers. And definitely, we should not let education to suffer in any community in any country, right? At least a few of you would have felt giving up at times. This happens in many teachers' lives. If you look at, I don't want to get into technicalities of it or statics of it, but if you just looked at many youngsters, they get into teaching job, and after very few years of experience, they get out of it in search of some other career opportunities. And this is sad, but true. Teachers are expected to keep a check on children's mental well-being or kids' mental health, but who is talking about teachers' mental health, right? It's time to talk, and there is a need. I believe if we all start speaking about this, probably we can see many changes. I think reasons for teachers burnout. Um, Teachers are expected to learn till the day or till the last day of their life. So we normally say that teacher is a student till his last day, but where is the time, right? So many teachers are involved in non-academic works and additional subjects, if which they never wanted to take, less pay package, stress, many more. This may not be applicable to all, but these are the few reasons. One of the studies from US have received a response from around 5,000 plus teachers for a survey where they asked what are the three emotions teachers felt every day more frequently. Uh, you know, uh, they have got five but three answers, and more common answers: anxious, fearful, worried, overwhelmed, and sad. So anxious, fearful, worried, overwhelmed, and sad, you cannot see any positive feeling here, right? So given the unexpected new demands our educators are facing, because they have to face Gen Z now, and now suddenly last 2 years pandemic have brought in many surprises and many shocks too. We might assume that how teachers are feeling or how teachers would have felt now in entirely different scenarios. And it is not only that, not only last 2 years, teachers burnout is exist for years and years now. So see, my father is a teacher, and I'll tell you why I have a lot of respect for teachers and I wanted to teach, because I have seen, irrespective of any situation at home, my father used to get up every day morning, wear a smile on face, and go to school, complete his job, and come back. I know this is same with all the teachers, right? So whatever the issues you have in your personal life, in your professional life, you make sure that you reach school, you deliver the lecture, you think about your children, right? So now, just as I mentioned, in few schools, teachers are given admission targets and taking care of other non-teaching work. So lack of opportunities, workload, or feeling undervalued. And now, if you have any other, points to add with this, because you are all experiencing, you're all teachers, so you can put in a chat box, any points that we can discuss again. So I know this may not be applicable to everyone, but these are common reasons. So how do we look at creating happy teachers, happy students by the happy schools, right? Teaching is a highly emotional and demanding profession. So this is, every one of you will agree with me. We may think that, just a degree and just 2 or 3 years of experience will make you a great teacher. No, teaching is a highly emotional and demanding profession. Here, knowledge or your academic knowledge and your emotional, what do you call it, emotional intelligence, both play a major role. The reason behind, you are dealing with children, right? So you are dealing with children, not with one or two, you are dealing with hundreds and thousands. So each emotion is difficult and different. So all this, if you have any counselors here or psychologists here, they all know it is not easy managing so many emotions around you, right? So emotions matter for attention and memory and learning. So it's continued stress. If you have, it may lead to many issues that affects teachers day-to-day work. I have seen this happening with many, and it happened with me also many times, forgetting things frequently, loss of interest in learning, or loss of interest in participating, etc. So emotions require for decision making as well, good positive emotions, because when we are overwhelmed or feeling scared and stressed, the areas of our brains, which is responsible for wise decision making, also can go blank sometime, right? We feel this, it happens. So emotions matter for relationship with colleagues and children as well. So teachers who are experiencing anxiety or frustration, depression, so they will definitely express this in their facial expression or body language or tone or behavior, and this most likely to alienate student. So students don't feel safe around them. So teachers' mental well-being, emotional health matters, right? So this, how you can influence, how you can influence your child or a student. Normal, one of my friends says, if you go happy inside the classroom, or if you go happy into classroom, your entire class will be happy. If you go sad, you will make entire class sad, right? So how you feel, that reflects in your children's face. That is true. That is same even in our personal lives, or even in our families, right? So we can probably spread that happiness if we are happy. And when same 5,000 teachers that were mentioned, different emotions, negative emotions, which they used to feel, were again asked another question: how you want to feel? How they want to feel at school, right? So now answers were like, I'll just take top 5 or top 6: happy, inspired, valued, supported, effective, and respected. Isn't it? That's it. That's it. Our teachers, I know it's, many teachers are less paid, and teaching profession in it's less paid in many schools, but they are happy with their passion. But what you majorly require to be happy, you need to feel inspired, you need to feel valued, supported, effective, and respected. That's it, right? It's easy to give. So you may, a few solutions if we look at working on teachers and students relationship, working on teachers and parents relationship, right? And understanding that teachers are also human. Rather, obviously, I also believe that teachers need to be respected as gods, because they create or they uh, mold our future. But you need to, or any edu leaders or education system policymakers have to understand is that teachers are also humans, right? So self-care, you just have in the intro, Preeti mentioned that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So if you are transferring your energy to thousands and hundreds of students every day, when you are giving or showing them path to lead their lives, it is essential that you take care of yourself too. Only then you are able to serve better. And learning habits, work life balance, and one more very important thing, stay away from toxic positivity. This is, this I see everywhere. If you just go and tell someone, nowadays everyone is, just don't worry, this too shall pass. You be happy, you can be happy, don't think about that. No, that much positive no human can ever be. So if you feel like crying, if you feel like, spending some time alone, make sure that you express your emotions. Don't stop, or don't hide pain or any other emotions, sadness, anxiety, or you are feeling depressed, you are feeling like giving up, anything it is, make sure that you vent it out. Because I have seen many life changing things happening after one cry in many people's lives. That is why it is essential that you also realize that you are also a human being, and don't get into toxic positivity. Make sure that you express your emotions, right? So you may have to regularly juggle with many competing demands. I know, as a teachers. So that results, you normally put other people's mental health, well-being needs ahead of your own. However, it is important that teachers or you take time to prioritize your own mental health and well-being. This is for your benefit and for the benefit of whole education community, or probably to the whole world in, if I'm talking about larger terms. So mental health and well-being activities for teachers should be ongoing and holistic. This has to be implemented in all the schools. If there are decision makers here, so this is my request. Embedding self-care activities such as physical activity, or other counseling sessions. Many this one, corporates, they have leadership coaching or wellness coaching, many other coaching sessions happening in companies. So why not same things we bring into schools? I know there are few teachers training sessions happen, but you know, sessions which are focused completely on teachers' mental well-being or less. So that we have to implement, and teachers also, you have to make sure that once in a while you make time for yourself, catching up with the friends. And one more important thing is setting boundaries around work. So if you are deputed for this thing, that I would do this, my job is this and I'll do this. I know you have to extend support sometime. Extending support is something different. Overburdening yourself, which leads to your mental health issues and physical health issues is different, right? So make sure that you focus on your personal well-being as well. So supportive and trusting workplace cultures, have this positive impact on mental health. So it is edu leaders or school leaders' responsibility to have a supportive and trusting workplace where teachers feel free to ask for help. And teachers have to build this habit of asking help, because many teachers, again, a celebrity status in school, so they feel it is not right to ask for help, but it is always right thing to do. Please ask for help whenever you require, right? And one more important thing school leadership can provide to prevent teachers burnout is providing proper resources, right? And make sure that you are supporting them with all the learning resources, right? Or mentoring, and encouraging them to have professional relationships. So what happens in that way, they become more confident. And this is, second time I'm saying, handling Gen Z is not an easy task, right? So that's all. That's all for the day. Before I go ahead with question and answer, I would like to mention this. So I have, I'm Preeti mentioned that I'm a global goodwill ambassador. So I work with one of the uh, again, that is also one of the NGOs or a non-profit organization where we create awareness among children about body safety. So that is one more important aspect I am working for. So I always believe that children's mental health and teachers' mental health, if that is taken care, everything else is taken care. So